Welcome back, everybody. I know kitchen is the favorite space for everybody. You are gonna spend a lot of time, you are gonna gather your parties here. So that's why it's so important to us accomplish your goals when we design your kitchens. So let's start for the first tip. When you design a kitchen, you need to think about what's the space, what's the limitation that you have. And this kitchen is very small. It's about 12 by 12. Roughly, it's about 150, 160, just an approximate. Don't take the right number. We have a limited space, but when you design a kitchen, you need to think about it like how much space that I have to storage my stuff. So that's why we take the most from this space with the U shape, because that's simply the space that limited to us. If we want something small, maybe we can just do a wall kitchen that's just gonna be from there to there, just one countertop, but it's not desirable because we're gonna lose that space and that space. And despite everybody say that this kitchen needs an island, believe me, I really wanna have an island on my property, but there's some limitation. There is just rules that you need to follow. It's not in writing rules, but just for make your space accessible, you need to follow. So if you really want to have an island in your property, just think about it. The magic number between the countertop and the island edge, it's 35 inches. Something less than 36, you will be in trouble because you won't be easy just walk around. And also, think about it. If you get a freestanding range like this one, you need to open the oven. When you open the oven door, it's about 30 inches. So even if you want to have the island, you need to consider like the range when you open and close. So that's why it's so important you define the space that you have. And also, most people think about it to have peninsulas. Peninsulas, it's something that it's not completely out of date, but if you had a space, you are free to go. Believe me, everybody want to have an island in their kitchen, but you need to think about what's the space that I have, what's my limitations, and I'm gonna give you a pro tip right now. As a builder, you need to think as a builder because you want to make our work easy, and we want you consider like what's the locations on the process. When you decide where you want your plumbing fixture, just please go close as possible to the main stack. If you want to move around the things, just make sure you have room underneath the kitchen because we need to run PVC, drains, vents, and we need to bring copper lines if you want to move something. Make sure you have the space because right now in this kitchen, everything is behind the wall, but if you want to move that fixture just right there, we need to run underneath the kitchen all the way to reach the new faucet. So all the things make your project more expensive. Just think about it.
Before we continue, I just want to say thank you for watching. If this video is helpful, feel free to share it with someone who may need it. You can also subscribe, like the video, and turn on the notification. It really helps the channels and allows us to keep making videos like this. Okay, let's go back to the video.
I'm gonna talk right now about appliances. I know you're really excited about thinking about your kitchen. You really wanna just jump to the showrooms, pick out the cabinet, but you are not in that step yet. You need to decide what appliances you want because later you will check if there are cabinets available for those. And let me explain you. In appliances, there is always, let's say, 3 categories. Let's gonna explain you. If you are renting, if you wanted something just ready to go, the first category is the standard ones, and those are Trigger brands. That's the brand that you want. If you are in the middle, if you want to live in the property, or if you're planning to sell, I will say that as a builder, there's 2 brands, LG and Samsung. So those are perfect because they have more touch fixture that you can play around. They have a modern finishing. There is a stainless steel. They have a black appliances. But if you are in premium area, that's completely different. The 2 brands that I really love, it's Miele and Bosch. All of those have everything that you can imagine. Let's say if you want a wall oven, they have. If you want a warmer drawer, they have. If you want a microwave wall, they have. Bosch and Miele have anything you want, but those kind of appliances, it's going to be hard to find just in a local store. Let's say you used to buy on Lowe's, or you just to buy appliances on Lowe's Depot. Bosch and Miele, you will not find there. Here in Chicago, there is a great store called Rent Appliances that it's where you're going to find. They have an excellent service. Finally, we have get at the point that everybody has been waiting for. Right now, I'm going to talk about cabinets. As at everything in construction, there's categories, and everything will be depends on your budget and what's your final results. Let's start defining what's the category. In my point of view, there's only two categories for appliances, standards and premiums. What I never like to be in an economic or low rate because typical those cabinets are particle board. Just think about it. Who wants to have a particle board in a wet area where the worst enemy on the particle board is water? Are you gonna plan to consider that one? Definitely no. And that's why as a builder, I always recommend to do in the standard category, plywood appliances. Those are the appliances that we install in this kitchen. Plywood cabinets are nice, durables, and also they have a different color. They have a lot of options that you can decide for your kitchen. So standard ones, let's do plywood cabinets. Now, if you are considering something premium, that's a different story. I don't wanna go deeper because this is probably we're gonna be another video. In a premium category, you have two materials, real wood and high density materials. But those materials are huge expensive. So let me give you the context. If in a standard you are the $8,000 budget, in a premium, choosing high density material, you will be closer to $20,000 just for appliances. And there is a specific store where you can buy. We have a Marfa. Marfa is a local supplier, they have their own shop. But if you want to have another alternative, I'm gonna leave the info just below in the description of this video. These guys are amazing and they can find a real good cabinet. So you may ask me, why those cabinets are 20,000, 18, 15? And the reason is because it's a premium material and they have a lot of options that you can work about. Those cabinets almost have 10 years warranty. So can you imagine who can provide you 10 years guarantee? There's only business that been for a while in the market. Let's go to talk about the 4 steps. Just think about your countertop. If you are in Chicago, go to MSI. MSI, it's a local supplier. They have a ton of options. You have a Substone, real quartz, you have quartzite. Everything that you can imagine, it's there. Just do your research for MSI. Those are guys and Elgro Build. You can go to the shop and you will find all the options for countertops. Let's go back. What do you need to know about a countertop? There's 2 different measurements. So in countertops, we have 1 1/4 and 3/4 inches thickness. Please don't be like one of my customers. They were doing the purchase to Costco. Costco was selling a Substone 3/4 inches just for the price at 1/4. When we realized that happened at some point on the construction, we just switched, went to MSI with a customer, and we find a really nice Substone for their kitchen in less than 4 days. So when you're thinking about the countertop, it's very important because it's the surface you will cut and you will be, in contact every day, okay? So just make a good decision. Everybody and no one's talked about Backsplash. When you design the Backsplash, you have 2 alternatives. Use marble, everybody loves marble, and marble is typical can in mosaic. But here's some problems. As a builder, when we are installing, can you imagine how heavy is a mosaic? So sometimes the joints between one mosaic and another mosaic are not even perfect. So that's why I would say, if you really want it, just consider it. This is a couple things that natural happen when you're installing. This is the minor mistake that used to happen when you put one mosaic next to the other ones. That's why I would highly recommend just to get materials that are solid, like 6x6, like 3x6, or like the ones that we have in this kitchen. This is a subway tile. This is 3x6. This is a very straightforward process to install. If you are considered something premium, I will guide you and I will just advise you, let's consider to use the same material that you use for the countertop at your backsplash. That will blend perfect and gonna give you a seamless look to your whole kitchen because it will be like just one piece of marble in your entire kitchen. So if you are considering like renovate a kitchen, please follow all the steps. The reason we are doing this video is because we wanted you be fully prepared when you make a call for a contractor and not starting guessing on the process. We want to make you be fully aware what you need to know and what's the step that you need to follow. So by the time that you call a contractor, you already know everything, and the conversation will be more straightforward, and the quote that you will receive, it will be more accurate. So follow these steps and you will have a great results on the kitchen. Thank you for watching us.